Hi, it's Dave Johnston here with Day Trade the Markets, and it is, as we get the time out here, the official time, it's Monday, August 21st, 2017. I'm on the Pacific Daylight Savings Time, and it's 8:21 in the morning, which is 11:21 Eastern Time. So, just been filled long here at 57.77 in the emini Nasdaq. So this is the September contract for the emini Nasdaq, and it's a 2-minute chart that we're looking at. So you can see I've got another buy limit down here at 73.75. We are now long from 77.77, so trying to get long some more. You can see that the market has sold off quite nicely here today. Opening in here had a bit of a bounce. It's come off quite strongly. These magenta bars here are very aggressive selling bars. It's the most aggressive, the strongest aggressive selling bars that we have in our software. Blue is the strongest on the buy side. The green is the second strongest on the buy side. So we are getting some buying coming in here after this wave of selling in here kind of went up, down, up again, back down. Now we're starting to get a little bit more follow through on it above this sort of mini consolidation area here. So I'm looking at this area in here as kind of our next target area. So I'm going to go ahead and put a target in there. Seeing as we're only long 4 at the moment, I'm going to put a target in here. We're long from 77, so I think I'll put it at 85 right in here. So I'll put sell limit to at 85 for the time being. As I said, that's likely a good area of resistance, or at least the first kind of target area, if you will. So we'll take a look at that for now. We've got our now I don't have a stop in place. What I will do is I'll go ahead and I'm going to put a stop in here just in case it does dip down. And actually fill us on this other order. And I'm going to put that stop down there at, I'm going to put it just below 70, right in here at 69. So there's the sell stop for 8. So got everything in place. Just to keep the recording short, I will go ahead and pause it now. 8:23, so just in the trade a couple of minutes or so. I'll pause it and pick it up as the market dictates. Okay, just resuming the recording. We're getting a bit of a spike higher. It's come very close to our 85 level, just a couple of ticks from it. So I'm going to go ahead. We didn't get filled on this lower one, as you can see here, this buy limit here. So I'm going to cancel that. I'm going to raise the stop here up to break even. So put that right there, and I'll just put this marker over here. Okay, we just got filled. So I'm going to go ahead and reduce the number of contracts on our protective sell stop down at 2. So we're now at break even on that. I'm going to go ahead and put another order in up in this area. I think I'll put it at 92. And we're just going to, because we only have 2 left, I'm going to put it here for just 1 contract at 92 in case this heavy buying continues. Which is just below this next area of likely resistance up in this area in here. So that's really it for now. So I'll just go ahead and pause the recording. You can see that we've been in this trade for roughly 15 minutes or so. It's 8:33 my time, which is 11:33 Eastern. So I'll pause the recording and pick it up as the market dictates. Okay, just restarted the recording. It's now 8:41. We did have a bit of a dip here, as you can see. We got a deceleration bar, which is the triangle below this bar. So I'm going to go ahead. That's a good support now. So I'm going to go ahead and adjust that stop to, let's see, I'll put it at 81, just a little bit below there. So let me see if I can grab a hold of this marker, put it up there. There we go. So just wanted to bring you up to date on that. Things are looking good. We're fairly close here, just a couple of points now from reaching this next objective at 92. So 8:42 right now, 11:42 Eastern. Whoa, there, just popped right up there. Maybe we'll get filled here any second. So just hold off on. Okay, there we go. Got filled on that right there. So we're now down to 1 contract, as you can see here. So I'll make an adjustment on the stop down to just 1 contract. Okay, and we'll believe the stop, where have I got it here? I think I'll put it just below that green bar right there. I'll put it at 84. Okay, we'll make this adjustment here. There we go. So I've been filled on this one at 92. So our stop now will lock in a minimum of 7 points here on that final contract. We made 8 points on each of the first two, and our second exit was up here at 92. So we had let's add 15 points on the third contract. So everything's looking pretty good. We'll just do a trailing stop on this final contract. So that's the way it is for now. And once again, I'll pause the recording. Okay, just picking up the recording here again. It's now 9:36. So we've been in this trade for a little over an hour and 10 minutes roughly. You can see we've come up here. We've broken into the next resistance area, as you can see right here. We've had a dip and another move up. So I'm going to bring the stop right up close up underneath here and put it now at 57.90. That'll lock in 13 points on the final. So I'll make the adjustment there on that marker. So just want to bring you up to date on that, and once again I'll go ahead and pause the recording. Okay, just resuming the recording here. 9:41 my time, which is 12:41 Eastern. So you can see here that the market has come down very, very close to our stop here. So obviously in jeopardy of being stopped, and there we go. So this trade actually worked out quite nicely. As you can see here, we had the big down move early in the going. I'm sorry, we're still long 2 here. What's going on? I made a mistake. My stop here should have been for 2. Okay, I'm going to have to go ahead and exit that right now. So I'll just go ahead. I'll put a stop in here. Let's see. I'll put a limit in. Sell limit. See, this some of the mistakes you can make when you're doing multiple things, but whatever. So let's see, we're at 88. I'll put it at 88. There we go. Okay, filled at 88. So 88 on the other 2 contracts. That's right. So I'll just put that marker in there at 88. Okay, just to recap that trade, I just realized what I had done there is that I had actually put a buy limit in here, what I meant to put in a sell stop. So at any rate, we ended up by buying another one here and then selling them both here. So we actually ended up by selling at 88 on the final 2. And so it kind of changed the complexion of the trade in that regard. But still a very nice trade, almost a little over 40 points on the trade, so it worked out very nicely with our original entry down in here after this consolidation period, after the market had sold off very strongly. Had a nice consolidation here and got long on the break out of that. So a nice little box kind of formation here, breakout from that, on board this other rally up into the next area of likely resistance. So our first exit was for plus 8 points on the first 2 contracts. We had this other one, the next exit right here was for plus 15 points on the third contract. And then on the fourth contract here, instead of selling at 90 and locking in 15, we actually bought one there and then sold it here. So we lost a couple more points there, and well, actually 4, because we had 2 contracts. So net result on the trade was it was actually 40 points right on. So it's still an $800 trade. It worked out quite well, even though I did have that error just at the end of the trade. So, but I think the thing that I just want to finish up with on this trade was that even though we had very, very strong selling in here, we had a lot of give and take back and forth as the market consolidated into a very nice box formation. When it broke out from that consolidation, we're able to get long and really have with pretty good precision the next direction of the market. And of course, that's a primary importance in trading, is obviously to get on the right side and then to try and obtain pretty good trade location. So our trade location was pretty good. As you can see here, it was just slightly above this magenta bar here. We'd already traded above the high of this magenta. And so this is the magenta high here, and then when it came and broke above that is when we got long. So that's the trade for today, August 21st, 2017. Thanks so much for watching, and if you want any information, you can reach us at info@daytradethemarkets. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.